So Torchlight Infinite has been out for about a month now, and man has it been a crazy roller coaster. And I say it's been one hell of a roller coaster actually, from the ups and downs, the controversy, people not wanting to play it, people want to play it. The game is good. For anybody who hasn't tried out Torchlight Infinite, I feel like this is a good ARPG to end off the 2022 year, leading into 2023 and many more. But you guys may be wondering, Chaos, what are we talking about today? Well, it is dev blog season. They have another dev blog for us. It is issue number 22. I've been covering a majority of these dev blogs. If you want to check, I will leave an entire playlist and the card at the end of the video, and I will leave one of the videos in the top right hand corner so you guys go check it out. But today we want to talk about some new season changes and some updates to the Dark Surge. So I have Quan here. He made ourselves a little update, and let's actually talk about it here. So they said after launching Torchlight Infinite, they follow 3 simple principles, which they try to roll out major updates on a seasonal basis, mainly to balance and adjust important systems such as skills, gear, heroes, talents, and drops. Alright, that alone is a great market strategy. I feel like that is most games are doing that now. Instead of having a roadmap, so to speak, as I've seen in most games, they want to do it just by the season. Things change per season. You get this many things now, like Apex, for example. When new season drops, they have all these cool events at the beginning of the season, and then at the halfway point they may drop another thing. So a lot of game devs are actually focusing on this new season thing to really work on that longevity of the game as well. Next thing is they're saying they're trying to fix general bugs and errors on a weekly basis, which is why they usually have routine weekly maintenance, which is always fine. You want to make sure the game stays healthy at all times. You don't never want to have those COD moments where the game is just downright atrocious all the time until we randomly get an update. So from those first 2 principles alone, we are knowing that on a 90-day cycle, a 3-month cycle, they're making sure everything is fine, balanced out, weapons, gear, and everything is looking good. On every single week, it's always going to be a routine weekly balance to make sure the servers are doing fine and healthy, and us as players aren't encountering bugs like hell. And the last principle is they locate and fix urgent errors as soon as possible. For example, there was an error with the Ignite related fixes earlier, which allow hunters to enter an abnormal invincible state. After locating the cause of such issues, making sufficient preparations, they actually tore down the server and implemented a solution immediately to avoid giving everyone a bad gaming experience. Now, these updated principles should help you understand why the updates were implemented so frequently around October 21st. And the 19th, they carried out a weekly routine. And then the brand new event, Savage Shadows, started on October 20th. Alright, so a lot of updates to the server, some of the skill fixes. They did a wilt fix along October 21st, October 22nd. Please see players were unable to enter the game, managed to fix this issue. Like, it was a lot of, like, this whole principle is just them making sure the overall gameplay experience is a healthy experience for all players. Keep in mind, this is technically a single player experience, but you do have other players in the same hub world like you. Particularly the servers and stuff of that nature, so making it nice and healthy for everybody to play in. Next thing, part of this update, they're banning anybody who uses a third-party botting tool to play the game automatically or profit off of it, using an unauthorized channel to top up or gain unjust enrichment through the rules of the third-party platforms, which is insane because the other day I was playing Goddess of Victory and Nikkei, and of course most of you may probably have been playing it, but they have already done like over 100 different accounts have been banned just due to third party, which of course it's gonna happen. Brand new game, you want to be able to, and especially when there are some time monetization in them, you're gonna see everybody's trying to hack everything and they possibly can. So that's also very good that within a month they're already chopping down on anybody that is playing fruitfully. They're not waiting to the very last moment like something like Diablo Immortal, where This person has already had gotten into top of the top of the top just by illegal third-party software. Now let's talk about the new season, the number one reason we are here. So the new season and the theme of that season is Pirates and Plunder, which will launch at least one brand new hero and 2 new traits for the existing heroes, as well as a batch of new skills and legendary gears. Now that is actually quite interesting. Now, from my knowledge of seasonal based games like Destiny 2, Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, all of these games that require a season, even Torchlight's jumping on that bandwagon and will be releasing a new hero every 90 days. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, make sure the lore is good with that character, make sure it fits in the story, make sure, you know, Apex does a very good job with adding newer characters and lore. Now, of course, some of the newer characters are, you know, some people have their 50-50 options about them, but it's perfectly fine. I feel like this is a great way of adding more lore to the Torchlight world. Keep in mind, this takes place at the Torchlight 2, so adding newer things to, you know, spice up the game world a little bit is perfectly great in my opinion. The 2 new traits for the existing heroes, which may be quite interesting. So you could be able to make constant builds. The game focuses on builds, builds, and builds. Adding new traits can even add newer ways of builds. They also said that they received a lot of feedback about the user interface of the PC version, and have heard anyone's strong desire for the support of controllers. Now, before I continue reading, my comment section always talked about controllers. Will this carry controller support? Will there be controller support on mobile? Let's see what they say. So they said they will do their best to implement these 2 improvements in the next season. However, about adding a multiplayer mode, it will take some time for them to develop. So they do have multiplayer mode in mind. Now, of course, Chaos, they do have multiplayer mode in mind because you can literally sit down and literally look in your main head area, Ember's Rest, and you can see other players. Now, what would be cool if they could add like a 4-player co-op and you and 3 other players can go tackle on Chaos invasions or Netherrealm invasions together, and adding even more like world boss events. Like, you know, they can expand this as much as they want. Now, they do have some frequently asked questions. So the first question is, you keep releasing paid events but take forever to implement bug fixes and improvements. Why is that? So they did answer saying the paid events have been planned a long time ago. Doesn't take up much of our development time. It is developed and configured in advance. It starts at the configured time, which mostly focuses on the production of the new version and improvements of the current version. These 2 things are being carried out simultaneously. Many improvement adjustments, including underlying layers of the game, will be launched in the next season. So please rest assured. Next question, what will happen to the players who use the bug to get Flame Elementium earlier? Maybe see the screenshot of inventory with many stacks of 999 Flame Elementium. Such images are obviously edited. We have carefully checked all the settings and codes related to drops and confirmed that there are no related issues. If you want to see Flame Elementium dropping everywhere on the ground, you can check out the Chaos and Invasion gameplay guide shared by other hunters. Using a reasonable combination of cards can improve your farming efficiency. Combine that with a little luck and the God of Might, it will give you great rewards. So next question is, when will season 1 end and what will happen to the account data after the season ends? So now this is of course the most common thing that anybody will ask. They said season 1 is expected to end in January and the new season is also scheduled to start in January. All of your unlocked heroes, the traits, pack spirits, and appearances will carry over to the next season. They count as shared assets of your account, so they can be used by all of your characters you create in the same account. However, this only applies when they are on the same server. For example, all characters created on the US server can only use assets of the account that are on the US server. Obvious. Of course, you can't just swap servers and expect all of your things to carry over. A lot of multiplayer games kind of do that. I know some are different, but majority are under that impression. Other things like season passes and auction booth tabs will expire at the end of the season and will need to be repurchased in the new season. Characters of the incoming Dark Surge season will be transferred to the permanent server after the new season starts. Hunters will create a new character to participate in the challenges of the new season. And last question to end off this dev block number 22 is the Lethal Flash and Frostbitten Heart can be exchanged with hero emblems in the next season. Then how can we get Thea, who is unlocked in the season pass, in the next season? So in the very next season, Thea can be purchased with Primo Crystals, and the season after that, they will be able to exchange with hero emblems, and that is it. So they also said it's still in the open beta phase, and we will continue to optimize and improve the game based on your suggestions and feedback. And that is it for the dev blog number 22. Honestly, a not too lengthy of a dev blog, but definitely a lot of handful of information for almost a month into the game. Game is still in open beta, so we got a couple information of like what their plans are for technically 2023. Like I said, they're working on seasonal based things, weekly based maintenance. A lot of things are being fixed. We are getting PC fixes as well to the user interface. Controller support is definitely on the way. Guys, please don't use third-party software. That's a fast way to get your account banned and just makes the game overall no longer fun. The new season is all about pirates, and you get a brand new hero, which I'm going to take a guess that hero may be pirate themed, and new skills and legendary gears as well. And other than that, that is it. If you guys have any questions about Torchlight Infinite or what's coming next, I am a content creator for them, so sometimes I find out things a lot earlier than others. So if you need anything, or if I can speak about it, of course, I will of course let you know. But tell me what you guys think about today's dev vlog number 22. Is it something that fit right up your alley? Are you excited about the brand new season coming out? How did you like Dark Surge this current season? How are you guys like a Dark Surge? What builds do you have? I would like to know what you guys, have. Definitely let me know in the comments. But as always, this has been your host, KSD TV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.
Manifest. I don't sleep, that's so weak, don't plan to rest. I'm from a hood where you die if you don't pack a vest. No culinary degrees, but whipping crack the best. Chefing, hard times taught lessons. Praying every night to pull up in park Benzes. What's my home is what you call trenches. You wouldn't last a day seeing life through all lenses. It's all tension, no sun, and rain and plenty, full-time job.